being very specific by saying guys that worked on this trial. It was, well, actually four. It was myself. There was Marty Robinson, Doug Ray, and of course Harold.
No, I wouldn't.
So, you know, just as a little piece there, it was probably about 6 months ago. I think it was maybe around June or July. I don't know, it was in the summer. I happened to be talking to Doug on the phone. He asked him if he could do a little something for me and pick up a puppy for me and move it. And just got to chit-chatting on the phone. Certainly we know each other a long time. And decided to take a walk down memory lane. And, you know, Doug starts taking a walk down memory lane around about the Delina. And somewhere in that conversation, he said, you know, we need to run a trial down at the plantation. Why don't you run a trial? And I said, huh? What? Are you nuts? I'm in New Jersey. He goes, no, we can do it. We got the English Setter Club, and, you know, we can run a trial. It'll be great. I said, yeah, well, why don't you let me think about that a little bit? And it kind of crossed my mind, and I talked to Brian Sanchez, and we kicked it around a little bit. And I said, you know what? We've got the Smith Classics. We all know each other in this room. Everybody here probably knows each other. Everybody just said, who's Anna? Well, Anna was introduced to me by Harold, and Anna came to a seminar that Harold put on. And she runs, that's German short hairs, I know, but she runs German short hairs, and runs the short hairs, and done some stuff here. And she said to Harold, I want to help. So Harold called me on the phone and said, you need to talk to Anna. Well, I did, and here she is, and this lady is responsible for all of the detail that you're seeing here today. Not me, not anybody else, Anna. Thank you, lady. You know, there are some beautiful books, and there are more. We don't have enough of them. There are some beautiful 16-page booklets and programs that are on everybody's table. Well, I got to tell you, it takes a little bit to put something like that together. And some of the hardest things that go into putting something like that together is coming up with all of that beautiful narrative, whether it be about the individuals, whether it be about the grounds. And there are two people, one of which unfortunately can't be joining us today because of a horse accident with her partner. But two people that just gave so much to doing this, one of which everybody knows very well, Margaret True. You know, I've known Margaret a long time, and Doug called me up one day and he said, I was talking to Margaret at Hoffman. She said anything she could do to help. And I went, did she really say that? But no, she did. So she'd even, could do some of the report. And Sherry had said the same thing and said, you need to call Barbara Tier. You need to call Barbara Tier. And I thought, boy, I'll tell you what, if there was ever a team of people that could report a field trial, I couldn't imagine of having two better people to do it. So Margaret's going to be doing so much of the report and the kind of quality that you're seeing in that book. And even though Barbara's not here and can't ride and do it, Barbara's going to take all of the information from everything that we're doing, and she's going to do a Barbara Tier report, and I think everybody knows how special that is. And then there's somebody else that I probably drove crazy on a regular basis, and maybe she drove me crazy a little bit too, but that's okay. But she's responsible for the level of sophistication that you're seeing in everything about this trial, whether it be the Facebook page, whether it be the graphics that you've seen, whether it be the beautiful logos that have been designed for all the embroidery, whether it be for the beautiful layout that's in that book, whether it's for the photography that's in that book that she had. And for those that don't know her, she's an amazing, amazing lady, extremely talented. She's completely committed to the Youth Field Trial Alliance. She gives her time to that as well. And in fact, one of the things that we're going to be auctioning later today is a private photographic portrait session of your dogs or your horses or the area of the above that Chris Matton has donated for the proceeds to go to the Youth Field Trial Alliance. So if you want something special for your dog, if you want something special to hang on your wall, and you want to support the Field Trial Alliance, let's go a little bit, let's get a little bit crazy when that one of only a couple of items come up for auction. Chris, thank you very much. So much stuff's been donated, I'd be remiss if I didn't call out a couple of people that have done some special things. We all know how hard this area got hit by hurricanes. Harold can tell you how much damage was hit to the grounds. There was even only less than a month ago some fire that came through a couple of 100 acres that needed to be dealt with. And you know, part of the grounds that we're actually running on today belong to some very special neighbors that have been working very hard. Harold, would you stand up and thank these gentlemen, please? Because they're here with us tonight.
Oh, I'm lucky to be able to stand up. Yeah, girl, I'm turning my back on some of these people. When the previous guy that was leasing the hunting on this place decided he didn't want it no more, Bert and Trent bought John Varner's place over here. First thing he said, use it like it's yours, just go and do what you want to do. No, you hunt, you want to hunt, do what you want to do. So I mentioned to him one day, we're talking about running a field trial. I explained to him what a field trial was. And he said, well, that sounds pretty good. And Bert, he'd done a little bit of bird hunting, and I think he took Trent once or twice. And anyway, the hurricane hit us. And he says, I said, you know, we can't ride horses through that stuff. Oh, yeah, we got it, don't worry about it, we got it. And, you know, they lost stuff down there, Trent. That's okay, we didn't see. Something time going by, come 1st of February, logs laying everywhere. I mean, it was bad. And they go and buy this cheap $100,000 machine and start moving logs. Anyhow, Trent got in a hurry and wheeled around and tore that first one up. He worked it about 3 days. And I oh shit, you know, everybody kind of ain't no worry. They go rent another one. He did have to put some diesel fuel in it. He runs a business and they got both of them are business people. And he said, we're gonna run bigger next year. But Trent and Bert, would y'all stand up?
So a little bit about tonight, and then we'll get to eating. First of all, I want to thank our judges, Sherry and Jason, and just a little something here. I can't fit it with my arms here.
There's liquor in that bottle full.
Just a little something. Why don't you guys just stand up? Jason, Sherry, thank you so much. You know, he said, sure. I remember I spoke to Jason on the phone, and he goes, oh yeah, that would be great. And Sherry had said, listen, you got to give Jason a call. I really want to judge with Jason. And he said, well, how many days do you think it's going to go? And I said, well, I don't know. We'll probably get a decent draw. You know, and by the way, can you do the Derby too? Oh yeah, I'll do the Derby too. I know we had the amateur Derby. Can you do the amateur Derby too? Yeah, it's not going to be that bad. So I think he has to change his mailing address now. But thank you so much. It's just a little something there, and there's something you put together, and also the chamber. And this is the bag.
I got one thing to say. I never thought they'd get this many calls.
And as far as somebody else, you know, I've always known Sherry. I never had the chance to really get to know Sherry, which I have now. It's been an experience, but I love her to death. She has given 1,000% to this field trial from the very first second when Doug said, "What do you think about Mom judging the trial?" And I said, "Really? Your mom gonna call? Really?" I said, "I can't think of anybody better." And he goes, "Well, why don't you call her?" So I did, and it was one of the best phone calls. And this lady has been so incredibly invested into this trial, not just about coming down here and judging. She's been on the committee. She has sweated every detail with us. She's staying through the entire open to make sure that runs well. She got all kinds of donations and contributed things herself, as putting on a whole dinner Sunday night, you know, for everybody to be here herself. And it's just been wonderful. I'm so glad I got to know you a little bit better. Here, just a couple little things.
Thank you.
Sherry.
Thank you so
And I think I just gave somebody my placements. Did I just give you a sheet for the placement?
much. We can't.